Hi there, I'm trying to get to the slides for us. So we're going to talk about the progress of chemical reactions here. If I can get the slide to go. Let me see if I can get this started. I'm having a little fun with my computer today. So I'm not going to have a lot of math. There we go. So I just want to show you the concept of it. I'm not going to have you figure out the math. I'm going to show you the math, but I'm not going to have you do this in quiz or test. But I just want to show you in case you see it later on in your chemistry classes or science classes. So you know the Tour de France, cyclists have to go up and down a bunch of hills and valleys. That happens in a chemical reaction too. When we look at an energy diagram of chemical reactions, we could have hills and valleys as well. So we're going to talk about the law and this thing called the specific rate constant. And we can use that K to figure out how fast a chemical reaction is happening. So I just want to kind of give you a conceptual view of this. So the rate law is an expression for the rate of a reaction in terms of concentration of reactants. So we have a constant K that we use in this rate reaction, and remember this molarity of the reactants and to their exponent for their balanced equation. So this is a rate constant, and this right here is the rate law for this chemical reaction. So the value of the K is large if the products form quickly. The value is small if the products form slowly. So this K value gives you an idea of the rate of a chemical reaction. So if it's large, you have lots of products. If it's small, you don't have very many products. It forms very slowly. Okay. So large K, quick, small K, slow. So if you know that, that's about all I need you to know. There's different orders of reaction. I'm not going to ask you about these. But you might see it later in when we get to higher levels of chem or other science classes. So this is just showing you what a first order reaction would look like. And I'll just put this on here in case you want to have this for if you come back to it from another class. You could do math to do this. Excuse me. So when we have a reaction mechanism, we can show it, we can show the progress of it, and sometimes you'll see hills and valleys. So a really simple reaction, an elementary reaction that's very simple, is going to be the reactants are converted to products in a single step. That's a very easy one. If you have more than one step, you're going to have a more complex reaction. And that reaction is going to have a reaction mechanism, and you'll have some intermediates that are showing up in the middle of this chemical reaction, but don't show up in the end of the chemical reaction. So we talked about activated complexes before. So this is a complex reaction. We have reactants. It's turning into an activated complex and changing and then changing. So you have lots of activated complexes here, and you have several intermediates. So this is a complicated reaction. So reactions can have lots and lots of intermediate steps before they get to the products that we see. So we won't see these. We'll see the reactants and we'll see products, but we generally don't see the activated complex unless we do a really complex analysis. So the peaks correspond to the energies of the activated complex, and then the valleys correspond to those intermediates. We never see those generally unless we're doing really complicated analysis, but they're there. So that was a quick section. I just wanted to give you an overview of rate constants and activated complexes and intermediates. So if you ever see that in the future, you'll have a little head start. So let me see if this quiz is any good. If I remember right. So what about K? I asked you about that, so this would be a good one. So what do you think? So there you go. K, quickly. Let's see if we can check this one. So that one, we have activated complexes and intermediates. see. You might be able to do this one. So we have to kind of know, we have to do experiments to see what's happening in them. So I got a little bit of an overview of rates, but there's a lot more to do with that. But I wanted to give you an intro. So I won't ask you much on this, if anything, on quizzes or tests, but I just wanted to give you a taste of it. All right, talk to you soon. Bye-bye.